Hey guys, PIEGUYRULZ here, and today I'm gonna talk about one of the greats. The Krusty Krab training video. Now, I usually don't talk too much about the good episodes from the pre-first movie era because they lead to reviews like this.
Episode 50B, the Krusty Krab training video. We watched the Krusty Krab training video. Fun fact, Mr. Krabs was depressed after the war. That's not very fun. Also, which war? What war did Mr. Krabs serve in the Navy in? I'm so confused. And anyway, my favorite part is, it sounds like a lot of hoopla! I'm not even gonna do the thing. This is a fantastic episode. It's one of those few episodes where they kind of break from the SpongeBob formula. It's told in the format of a training video, and as someone who's had to watch a training video over this past summer, let me tell you, it is pretty much exactly like this, right down to those cheesy jokes that they add in just to try to be funny, even though they're painfully not. It's just fantastic. It is a great parody of training videos and great comedy, and that ending, oh my god, that ending, when that originally aired, the buzz on the school bus was, yeah, no, the episode got cut off for me too, I don't know what happened, man. Nobody actually thought that that was intentional, and yet it was, and it is brilliant and horrible. There's two episodes right in a row that have that evil, trollish ending, only this time the joke's on the viewer. Needless to say, this episode evoked a bunch of strong emotions out of a bunch of kids, but either way, it is absolutely hilarious.
Yeah, I hate revisiting some of these really old reviews. I don't think I did a very good job with them. But in my defense, in general, when it comes to those good episodes of seasons 2 and 3, there really isn't much you can say. The comedy is just golden, and yeah, you can try to analyze it or pick it apart, but a lot of the time that just means explaining the joke, and that's no fun. And outside of that, what can you say? It just kinda becomes a big long list of all the things I liked, with nothing else to say. However, the reason I am returning to the Krusty Krab training video is because there is a lot that I can say about this episode because it is so very different. Not just from other SpongeBob episodes, but in general. I've never seen any other show make an entire episode out of a training video. There's not even any wraparound segments with characters watching the training video. The entire thing is shown as if you are watching a training video. And I think it's just brilliant. The format of this episode is perfect for SpongeBob. There is no story. The only thing is that there is a through line of SpongeBob wanting to learn how to make the secret formula. But aside from that, there's no story that they're telling. It's just a bunch of really quick scenes and gags in rapid succession. Additionally, because of the format, they are able to tell a bunch of jokes that they couldn't ordinarily do. There's a narrator throughout the whole thing, so that leads to a bunch of narrator jokes like the silly scat singing. And because it's supposedly a training video, they can cut to whatever they want. There's a part where they cut to a live-action cardboard cutout of Mr. Krabs. There's a part where they show a live-action giraffe on the screen. They cut to the hoopla guy. They can do whatever they want because it's not an average linear story. And that's why it's great for SpongeBob, because it throws out all the rules and presents a scenario where they can just tell whatever crazy joke comes to the writers' minds. And boy, did they. There's a ton of jokes in this episode, and I'm not gonna list them because you probably already know them by heart. Another really nice thing about the episode is that we actually get to see an origin story for the Krusty Krab. It's nothing complicated, but it's neat that it's in there. The episode also has a great use of characters. SpongeBob is overeager, Squidward is lazy and grumpy, Mr. Krabs is the greedy boss, Patrick is a complete moron, and even Plankton gets to do his little shtick of stealing the patty. Sure, it's no Band Geeks in terms of featuring characters, but it is nice that Patrick and Plankton get to shine in their little bits respectively. When I was watching the show growing up, I never thought I'd have to compliment an episode for having the characters act in character and not annoying, but thanks to season 6 and 7, this is where we are. One of the nice little touches in the episode is the fact that the announcer that they got is actually a professional announcer who has done several training videos. They totally didn't have to do that. They could have just gotten Tom Kenny to do his announcer voice or whatever, but the fact that they went the extra mile for authenticity's sake is just really cool. And to wrap this up, I want to talk about the closing gag. The fact that the episode episode cuts off mid-sentence. As I mentioned, this was something that blew me and my friends' collective elementary school minds. The episode couldn't just cut off like that, it had to have been a mistake on Nickelodeon's part, right? Oh, how naive I was. And still am, apparently, to an extent. Every time I watch this episode, I always expect the narrator to get a little bit further in his sentence. Obviously, I know he's gonna cut off, but I just expect him to get to like 1 or 2 more words. It's just so jarring, and that's what makes it so brilliantly funny. Especially on the DVD, where it just cuts to black. The credits are played at the end of the last episode on the disc, so you don't even get to see the credits. It's just the announcer speaking and then pitch black while the player loads back up to the menu screen. It is certainly top 10 material for the entire series, because not only is it uproariously funny from start to finish, it is one of the most unique episodes of television out there. I love the characters, I love the format, I love the jokes. It's one of the best episodes. And if you don't want to go back and rewatch it after all of my hoopla about the episode, then I cannot help you because clearly you are a Squidward. PIEGUYRULZ, out.